There are platforms that I actually didn't like being on, and I'm putting energy into that. But I look at the mental cost of choosing to do that for 12 months. It was actually detracting from my joy. From roughly July last year, I started creating a lot of reels with the captions, the B-roll animation that you see floating around on social media. These would get uploaded to YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere it would let me put video content. And in hindsight, this was a massive mistake. Logically, it makes sense. You do the effort once, you repurpose it into all these different channels and helps you get width and impact. But I look at the mental cost of choosing to do that for 12 months. It was actually detracting from my joy. There are platforms that I actually didn't like being on, and I'm putting energy into that. So about a month ago, I deactivated TikTok, I deactivated Twitter, I deactivated Threads, anything that I didn't feel like I wanted to interact and engage in that community. Now, there's nothing wrong. They might be your preferred platforms, but they were actually taking away from my joy. So what was happening was I get my videos ready to go back from the editing team, and then I'd realize I'd have to upload them to all these different places. That's a lot of mental energy in itself. Now, there are scheduling tools that can make life easier, but the hard part is the back end side of that, which is the community engagement, going across all those platforms every single day to see what interaction engagement had been taking place. So culling platforms that weren't increasing my joy or desire to show up and to build a profile was a massive step. So the invitation I have for you right now is, are there any platforms that you've been dabbling with that you really just don't like that much? And do you feel like you can let them go and just focus on the ones that lift you up? And the theme for this conversation is simplicity, which has been a big part of my life, as you're probably aware, in the last 6 weeks if you've been tuning into recent content or episodes. And if I was starting from scratch, I would go to Facebook, because that's the platform that I enjoy the most, and I have pre-existing network, family, community, there's goodwill there, so it would probably help me lift my profile faster in the most enjoyable way. It also has the most flexibility with content. It caters to long form, short form, written posts, photos, and I like to have that diversity and flexibility in what I share. It also has the stories feature that you can update as you go. Now, I encourage you to pick that platform for you, and to turn the dial up and really focus on building your profile, sharing your message, creating content, and being visible in that place where you're going to enjoy interacting and growing the community around your personal brand. So maybe take a moment to consider what that is for you, and the invitation is to simply focus on that platform and let anything else go that doesn't lift up your energy or feel great doing it. There's also a second element that I would do if I was starting from scratch. I'd put all the video content onto YouTube. And the reason I would do that is I love the search element of YouTube. Facebook's more of an interruption-based platform where you post, it shows up in people's feed. They're not necessarily actively looking for what you're posting, but on YouTube there's that intent. People are searching to consume specific types of content. So if I've got something valuable or something authentic and vulnerable to share, and someone finds it and they feel compelled to click on it and watch it, to me that's massive. And it has that 24/7 element, being a search platform where people can find it over and over again. So if I was doing this journey all over again and could rewind back to the start, I'd be very active and focus my community efforts on the Facebook platform for building my profile and personal brand. And then I'd have YouTube there as a secondary platform to put all the video content where people can discover and find the value for themselves. So what I would encourage you to do is work out what that approach could look like for you. What are the 1-2 platforms that might work? You might just focus on one. But for me, with all the hindsight and making the mistakes that I've made over the last 12 months and taking up a lot of energy and bandwidth, this is where I would start all over again. And what I noticed too, I was probably holding back with the content because of where I was choosing to put it. I went to a very safe place, predominantly only sharing strategy and not being very vulnerable at all. Because if I was putting in all these different places, I wanted to be liked and to feel like I was giving value. But on Facebook, I feel pulled to start speaking the truth and to be more open and sharing, knowing that there are some people that are already in my network, in my community, that will get extreme resonation from what goes out in what I'm sharing. So the overarching theme is simplicity today, and I want you to take the concept of elimination even further than where you're going to build your personal brand, your profile, and show up. What else in your life can you also let go of that may be taking up mental energy, weight, it's sitting in your closet, it doesn't need to be there? Because freeing up that space increases your capacity, and when your capacity increases, your willingness to share and your desire to show up and to get into flow really 10x's, and the best stuff comes out, and you almost do it effortlessly rather than trying to force it. The takeaway or the action item today is elimination. What can you get rid of that's going to make you feel lighter and dial you up to a new place moving forward? If you're enjoying the show, I encourage you to subscribe and follow so you can get access to all the brand new episodes as they come out. Now, I want to also watch your journey unfold with you. So if you want to connect on social media so we can follow each other, that would be amazing, and I'll cheerlead you on as you go. And of course, if you can leave a 5-star review, if that's available on the platform you're listening on, it'll help more people find the show.